Hi students, in this video we are going to revise an important chapter from class 8 maths science, that is metals and non-metals. This chapter is from class 8 science. So what are metals and what are non-metals? Before knowing this we should know something about element. Any element. Elements have atoms, they are made up of atoms of same kind. Now atoms have fundamental particles in them. They can be protons, they can be electrons, and they have neutrons. So atoms have these three fundamental particles present in them. The protons are positively charged, the electrons are negatively charged, and neutrons are neutral. They do not have any charge. So protons are positively charged particles, electrons are negatively charged particles. Now positively charged and negatively charged particles in a neutral atom are same, means the number of protons is equal to number of electrons in any neutral atom. In any neutral atom, the number of protons and number of electrons are same. Now metals and non-metals, how they are differentiated? They are differentiated on the basis of various facts, science, everything that we will be studying now. So first differentiation will start from here only. Let's take the situation of metals. Suppose let us understand about metals. Suppose we are having a element A and it is a metal. We are saying that element A is a metal. So let the number of protons in A be 11, and let the number of electrons in A be 11. Means now the element A is in neutral state. So you should know, bacha, that elements either gain or lose electrons in order to become stable. You will be learning all these things in class 9 in detail. But for now, you just remember that elements either gain or lose electrons in order to become stable. What about metals now? Metals will lose electrons in order to become stable. Suppose this element A is having 11 electrons, it will lose 1 electrons and now it will be having 10 electrons, suppose. But the number of protons are still 11. Means आपने integers पढ़ा है, तो now you say that what is the net charge on the element. This we can write it as 10 electrons plus 10 protons plus 1 proton. Now these two can be cancelled because we know that this is minus plus 10, this is minus 10, so they will be cancelled. So the net charge on the element is positive. Means the ion that is formed by metals are electropositive. So the ions that are formed by metals, they are electropositive. But now we will learn about non-metals, that non-metals form electronegative ions. So with the help of this example, I think you have understood that suppose A was an element and element A was a metal. Now in a neutral state, it was having 11 protons and 11 electrons. But in order to become stable, it lost 1 electron. And after losing 1 electron, the net charge became 1 positive because these two were cancelled. So at the end, it was having positive ion in it. So it formed an electropositive ions. So here now we can define metal. So now we can define metals, that metals are the elements that have the tendency to lose electrons and form electropositive ions. One more thing I would like to say, though you have not studied about valency, valence electrons, anything in this class, and when we express the number of electrons present in an atom, we write its electronic configuration. And electronic configuration can be written in various forms. And you should know that according to Bohr was a scientist, according to him, electrons are arranged in orbits. So the electrons in the last orbit, outermost orbit, are known as valence electrons. And the valence electrons of metals are either 1, 2 or 3. Means metals will have either 1 as their valence electrons, 2 as their valence electrons or 3 as their valence electrons. So there can be 1, 2 or 3 valence electrons in a metal. So for definition of metals, you have to write this much, that metals are the elements that have the tendency to lose electrons and form electropositive ions, that are positive ions, and their valence electrons can be 1, 2 and 3. So for this video, this much only. In the next video, we will be studying about non-metals, the definition of non-metals, and thereafter we will be learning about the various physical and chemical properties of metals, non-metals, and few more elements like metalloids and noble metals. Thank you.